Greeting from Paris! I'm afraid that I have no view to give you on this fine day, my friends, except other people's rooms, but I live for the little courtyards and these cutie little buildings. This one in particular is very lovely. We're staying at the Kimpton Hotel. It's very nice, the room. Like, we've stayed in some very, very tiny rooms. Tiny rooms in Paris. This one's very spacious. We've got room for activities. There's like a little couch here. It's fabulous. Anywho, we've actually already been here for a couple of days. We've been running around, we've been busy, wanted to vlog because we have a free day and wanted to bring you around Paris. And it's so funny because we have had the most beautiful bright sunshine for the 2 days that we've been here. And of course, the day I'm vlogging, it is total cloud. It's supposed to be like cloudy and rainy today. So sorry you're getting no morning sunshine sparkles in today's video, but still, we're gonna have a beautiful day. Listen, this is really funny because we have been locked in. We've been watching Severance, and you know, you have to wait every week for the new episode to come out, and today just happens to be the season finale. So we were like, listen, we were gonna go down to breakfast because they have an included breakfast buffet, which I love. I will never say no to a breakfast buffet, but their room service breakfast is also included, which is hello, such a treat. So this morning we were like, let's just order breakfast and watch the season finale because it's the season finale. We have to watch the season finale. So we're like, let's just take a little breakfast in bed and watch the new episode of Severance because it came out while we were asleep. So now I'm just waiting. Oh, and you know what? Honestly, I'm dreading it because I know it's going to be such an intense cliffhanger. I hate that. Oh, I live for it, but I hate it. Good morning.
Hello.
Hi.
May I come in?
Yeah, please. Thank you. What's that? Ben Stiller needs to go to jail for that ending. Like, I knew it. I knew it would be a cliffhanger. And the people who are watching Severance in real time, I know they had to wait. It was something like 2 or 3 years for that second season to come out. But I hate that. They can't dangle the fruit and then leave us hanging so deeply. I want to talk about it with you guys, but obviously if you haven't watched it, then I don't want to spoil it or anything. But yeah, we got so many answers, but we also got no answers. And then the ending is just like, you knew it was going to happen, but it's still infuriating, and knowing that I now have to wait years to ever know. Yeah, I can't remember anything on a good day. If we have to wait for years for the season 3 to come out to have any further explanation, I'm going to have to rewatch the whole thing because I won't know anything that's going on, which is also happening to me right now. I downloaded Onyx Storm on my Kindle, and I was very excited. I've been trying to read it for the last little while. I'm still stuck on chapter 1 because I brought it on some of my recent trips, and I keep picking it up to read it. I start on chapter 1 and I'm like, wow, I recall nothing from the last book. Even when they were going through names, I'm like, whoa, I am so lost. So lost. Nothing is in my brain. I recall absolutely zero. But because I was reading it on my Kindle while traveling, I couldn't go to my old physical book to like read the last few chapters to have any idea of what is occurring in the book. It's pretty much useless at this point. I have no idea. Anyway, we've now been laying in bed for so long. I simply must get up. And I actually don't remember the last time we were in Paris together, you and I. I recall that I have once filmed a solo in Paris vlog and I didn't leave my hotel room. So we're gonna leave the hotel room. But when I come to Paris, I've been a handful of times. I've actually never really done the touristy things. Like, I've never been to the Louvre Museum. I don't think I've actually ever been to any of the museums here. I think it's one of those things that I've heard so many people talk about going to the Louvre, and I know it's somewhere that I'll go someday, but everyone's like, no, you need multiple days to see it all. And I don't like to go and do a part of something. I don't want to go into the Louvre and be like, oh, I only got to see 15% of it in my multi-hour visit. Like, if I go, I want to go and do the whole thing. Like, one of my favorite galleries that I've ever been to is the Uffizi Gallery in Florence. Amazing. You take it all in, you soak it all in, and I get to see it all and I leave feeling complete. If I go to the Louvre and I only see a small little blip of it, no, I want to give it time. If I'm going to go, I want to dedicate the time it takes to see it all. I've also never been to the Can you go to the catacombs? Oh my god, I've never been to Versailles. Okay, we actually just need to talk about this because if you guys have been here, you know my love for castles. I step into a castle and I weep and I cry. My Google Maps lists. The only list, actually I have 2 lists. One was a honeymoon because I was trying to plot out our old honeymoon plan. And then the second list that I have on Google Maps is castles. And I just save every castle that I ever see or hear of and that I plan to go to someday. Like my future retirement plan will just be driving around, sailing around, seeing all the castles in the world. That is my dream. If I could create an ideal retirement, it would be having a breakfast cafe and seeing castles. Maybe I can combine the two. Maybe I can have a breakfast cafe. I could have a bed and breakfast castle. Anyway, I'm getting really distracted. One of the places that I really want to go is the Palace of Versailles. But that is also indeed a day trip, but also it's a hotel. Like you can stay at the Versailles Palace, and they also, I think it's every fall, they have a masquerade ball. And I don't want to go to the Palace of Versailles until I can attend that masquerade ball in a gown and then stroll into my sleeping quarters and stay at the Versailles Palace. That is my intended plan. Maybe that'll be like my 40th birthday party. Like it needs to be something big, but just know that that's my future dream. One of the many future dreams that I have. It's also very expensive, so it needs to be like quite a moment for that to be something that I could justify monetarily. Yeah, anyway, all of that to say that when in Paris, I just like to walk around. I like to see all of the sights, and I don't usually have a plan. I don't usually like book tickets or do anything in advance because I just want to go wander. Every building that you pass, every street corner, every street is something new and beautiful and old and fabulous and magnificent, and the architecture is just divine. And in my humble opinion, you don't need a plan in Paris because you could just wander aimlessly forever and you will never be bored. Mix that in with stopping at every cafe that you see and have a caffeine overdose and eat every baked good that you come across. Sounds like a good plan to me. We are ready. Gonna head out. This is what I'm wearing for the day. It's cloudy, but I think it's gonna be very, very toasty. Also, there's a fun fact for you if you ever visit Paris. The temperatures inside all of the buildings are very hot. It's very, very hot. So even if you're chilly outside, it's hot. Hot inside. So I'm not even gonna bring a jacket. I'm gonna be sweating. Sweating. All right, let's go. We'll show you a room tour once it's been cleaned later. Please make up my room. This hotel's really nice, honestly. I think I mentioned already that the room sizes are really big in comparison to other places we've stayed at in Paris. But the fact that breakfast is included, stunning. They have a little gym. We went to it yesterday. We could stand to find a better gym that has a bit more equipment, but absolutely zero complaints. It's a beautiful old building. They have like ancient, cute little elevators in the lobby, which we'll show you when we get down there. And the staff has been lovely. Yeah. Oh my God, the lobby's so busy. Sorry. But look at the cutie little elevators. Ancient. Ancient. It's so cute. We took some pictures in it last night. So the first stop that we always like to hit up when we come to Paris is Galeries Lafayette. It's a department store built in the late 1800s. Even if you're not looking to do any shopping whatsoever, it's still worth it to go and look inside because it's such a gorgeous building. I like to go there for the makeup, the clothes, and just for a good old little wander and a browse. Oh, Longines! It's just occurred to me that every time we've come to Paris, we have been within walking distance of this mall. That wasn't intentional, but I'll take it. So this is the view that everybody comes inside for. You walk in, and this is what you are met with. Yes, card. Thank you. Thank you so much. I saw one comment. Someone was like, they discontinued the Brow Trio in Canada. Have not confirmed, but I'm picking one up. I'm not taking any chances now that I've seen it. Are you kidding me? A tennis court dress? I could just put that over this right now. I wouldn't have to wear it as a dress. It could just be an over top. A tunic, if you will. Obsessed. Okay, these are the brown wool pants that I'm looking for in my life, except without like tennis skirt pleats. This is the color, this is the feeling, it's light, it's thin. You were so close, Lacoste. Like this is exactly the style I want. I don't want them tapered, I want them to be flowy. But 200 euros for polyester? You know, I find when I'm the most willing to spend money, it's when I never find anything that I want to buy. I'm like ready. I want to find something. There's so many beautiful things, but nothing's been like, yeah. Guys, I sweat through my shirt. It was so hot in there. It was so hot in there. But our indoor adventures are over for now. So we came back to the room. It's been cleaned. We'll give you a little tour. I just changed. I just fully changed my outfit because I
That's what happens when you're a sweaty person. Got my Valentino brow trio. Stunning. That's all we got. We got nothing else, but lots to be seen in there. Honestly, there's so many brands. It's crazy. Crazy. So allow me to show you the room, or try to show you a bit of it. So you walk in, you have the cutie little closet here. Here's the outfit I changed into. Just put on my little jacket, white t-shirt, the Zara brown pants, other outfit on the floor. Then you have a TV, cutie little sitting area, these beautiful, beautiful giant windows with gorgeous drapery. You have the big, beautiful bed here. Then we have the coffee bar in the bar, which I'm currently using to hold all of my accessories and things. My shoes. So cute, very, very nice. Out the windows, you see the courtyard. The little restaurant is down there. And then you come into the bathroom, which is very big and nice, honestly. Considering it doesn't have a bath, it's still so massive. Other windows here, going into the courtyard. Little toilet in there, cute little shower. And that's the room. We're walking through, well, through and past, walking past the Louvre right now. These buildings, what I would give, what do I have to do? Someone tell me. Do I need to go to school? Can I become a historian and just frolic through all of the secret passageways in these spatial palaces? Like, imagine just going up there. What is in that room? What is up there? Who are you and what have you held? Anyway, I'm not totally aimlessly wandering today, okay? I decided to ask ChatGPT what some of the oldest cafes were that we can visit in Paris. And other than walking to the Eiffel Tower once, I've never actually crossed the bridge to the other side. And apparently there's this fabulous street with some amazing cafes that originate from the 1600s, and we're gonna go to a few of them. Sorry, I'm blowing away. Oh my, are those the lineups to go in? Anywhoozin, let's cross the bridge and head to the other side. You know what we should do? We should do a dinner boat. I know that's the most touristy thing that you could ever do, but imagine just sailing through at night and just having a little dinner while you take in all the sights and everything's lit up. And they probably end right at the Eiffel Tower when it's sparkling. It's hard to imagine that they had the Olympics here but mere months ago and that people were swimming in this river. It's kind of crazy. Like, these buildings right here, they just look so old, but they're so taken care of. It's so clean. Ooh. Pardon? So the first stop on the list is Café de Flore, or Café de Flore. There's no apostrophe, so I don't know how that's actually pronounced. It might be Café de Flore. ChatGPT says it was established in 1887. This is one of Paris's most famous cafes. It has been a hub for writers, philosophers, and intellectuals since the early 20th century. Okay, so we might stop by there for a cheeky little cup. And it looks very cute on the outside. So let's see. Let's see, ChatGPT. Café de Flore. I love these colors. It looks so cute. So there was a huge lineup down the street, which is crazy. I don't want a coffee from there that badly, but very cute to look at. And don't fret, because ChatGPT gives us more options. There's one that's right next door. It's called Le Deux Mégots. This was established in 1885. It says another iconic cafe in the same neighborhood. The cafe's name, Two Maggots, refers to the two Chinese figurines that have long stood as a symbol of the place. Look at that. It would appear as though it is under construction, though. There is a facade surrounding the building. So if we get in, we'll just have to enjoy a coffee for what it is. So the next stop on our old cafe tour is the one I'm most excited about, and it's apparently, according to ChatGPT, the oldest continuously operating cafe in Paris, and it is called Le Procope. Le Procope. I really hope I'm saying that right. I'm so sorry. I am trying my best. This was established in 1686, and allegedly they have a restaurant and also a cafe lounge, and apparently they were the first restaurant in Paris to offer coffee service. I said to Dan that this could potentially be one of the oldest restaurants that we ever dine in, and I can't wait. Thank you. This way? We just came through the back alley. I didn't realize that the entrance was actually on the main street, and I'm so glad that we went through the back because it's so cute back there, but that must be the cafe side. Anyway, so we walked through, and obviously we can't like take footage because there's people everywhere sitting and eating and enjoying, but it is divine in here. It is so old. Every little room and nook and cranny is all decorated differently. It's so ornate. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Apparently, le Procope means onion soup. So perhaps we get a French onion soup. I love it here.
12,000 hours later. You guys, ChatGPT did us a solid le Procope. It was amazing. It was amazing, so amazing that it put us into a food coma. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my. Okay, the French onion soup, absolutely worth the hype. Absolutely worth its namesake. The cheese layer on that. Oh baby, we got that. We got the snails because obviously it's a French delicacy. So we had to partake. Then Dan and I split the flank steak and the beef cheek. The flank steak was actual garbage. It was one of the worst chunks of meat that I've had in my life. And I am a big, big carnivore, okay? Love me a steak. It was terrible. The beef cheek, on the other hand, we got an entire cow in that bowl. Like, it was so phenomenal, and it was so soft. It just fell apart. The sauce was incroyable, and we absolutely gorged our brains out and just proceeded to be in a food coma. I was laying there. Listen, okay, actually, let's just say that the service in France, they're not rushing for anybody. We were there for hours. And I was sitting on this lovely little couch. That was my seat. And I, at one point, was just laying like this after consuming my entire body weight in beef cheek. And I was like, I'm not going to get up off of this couch. Actually, I'm just going to have to stay here. But alas, we did end up exiting. And it was really, really amazing. Like, top recommendation. I can't believe that that restaurant has been there since the 1600s. That is so cool. One of my, like, favorite traveling restaurant experiences that I've had. Like, the upstairs is so cute. And you have to go up there to go to the bathroom. And everything's just old and perfect, and yeah, it was great. Oh, we also got an affogato because the beef cheek wasn't enough. Yeah, I still can't breathe. Anyway, we just ended up walking for a very long time after. Got 20k steps, strolled around, it started raining. Here we are, it's time to go to bed. So A++ on the Le Procope. The other one, sorry, I just realized I didn't tell you guys about the two maggots. We just got their little coffee and dessert, which was kind of, it was whatever. I don't know. I'm thinking that the inside might be nicer than the outside was because everything was just under construction. Like, our view, it was, that whole street is under construction and their facade is under construction. So I feel like we weren't getting the ambiance that maybe you would have normally gotten. And also we didn't eat there, but we did see a lot of people getting lunch and it looked good. They had some crazy sandwiches and french fries. Anyway, clearly cleansing oil. Whoa. Ugh. I fear that for the vlog, this might not have seemed like a very eventful day, but we truly had just such a lovely time. Like I said this morning, one of my favorite things to do is just stroll around, have different coffees, and just stare at all of the buildings and just take in all the sights. And I'm glad we did that before it started raining because that would have been sad. Got my little travel size glow recipe, avocado cleanser. White towel, check. She's clean. And finally, when I travel, I always do like my very condensed version of my skincare routine. So I pack this little travel Tatcha overnight repair. Boop, boop. And then for a little extra boost on the eyes, I have my Dior Hyalu Shot. I forgot what that was called for a second. And I put that under my eyes and just right here on my ears. And I'll do right there too. Also, my hair is a naughty mess. It was so windy all day today. It was literally just blowing to and fro all day long. And it's it's kind of amazing because when it's so naughty like this, I think it has a lot more volume and the messiness of the curls seems a lot more intentional. Kind of love it when it gets like this, but I couldn't brush my hair right now if I tried. It's crazy. I almost forgot my little Tatcha lip balm. Sorry, how could I forget? We have the air conditioning on because it's so hot in here if you don't turn the air on, but when you have the air blowing, your skin gets so dry and so does my throat. We gotta hydrate. Anywho, friends, that's the day done and that's my little nighttime skincare routine. Good night and I'll see you in the morning. Good day, everybody. Joining you
much later in the afternoon at this gorgeous little cafe, which we just stumbled upon it. We were going for a little stroll, and we just are here having our 30,000th coffee while in Paris. It does match my bag. Oh, it's like she knew. And we just met the gal who owns it, actually. Cybelle. She's French, but she's from New York. And she said she bought this spot 2 years ago and left everything behind and came here. And I'm like, how does it feel to be living our dream? Truly. So cute. So we've just embarked on a little afternoon of strolling and shopping and coffee drinking, as you do. So we're just strolling around doing our little shop. We ran into a lovely lady named Elisa, and she was like, I was just watching your video and I came to get loafers. She was so sweet, and she was carrying a Bobby's bag, and she was like, oh, you have to go here. They're having a big sale and they have amazing shoes. Go check it out. And I was like, say less, girl. Thanks for saying hi. Love it when I get to meet you guys when we're traveling abroad. It's so fun. So we're just walking to Bobby's right now. There's actually 2 locations. We went to the first one. We thought that was it, but it was just bags. What if this was just the purses and then the other one is... Oh, well, whoops. Now we're going to the other one, which hopefully has some amazing shoes. I wish that I had you guys here to help me decide right now. I don't know. They're so different, but they're so cool. Lots of great options in here. I wish I had a suitcase to bring it all home. Really cute store too. And they have men's as well. Find anything you like?
Unfortunately not.
Okay, guys. Like, listen, there's lots of cute options. There's nothing that I was like, yes, crazy about, because the suede, like, there were so many really nice suede options, but it was warm suede, and that always makes me look sick. I need, like, a true taupey suede. But fabulous recommendation, honestly. So many good options. Not for me. Not for me. So one of the things that I feel like you have to do when you come to Paris is hit up some vintage stores. So I have a few on my list that I looked up. We've come to a little section in Marais, and we're gonna creep. We're gonna creep. Listen, it's really hot in these places, and I don't want to try anything on because I'm sweating profusely, but we'll go and see if we can find any special treasures. These. I thought they kind of look so bizarre, but they're also amazing. I hope they fit. It's always questionable with big calves. That looks so funny with the jeans up like that. Kind of sick. Is that crazy? But I feel like the toe is like so cool. Uh-oh. Guys, it started absolutely pissing. Oh no. Oh no. We thought we had until 7. Run! It started pouring, like pouring rain out of nowhere. I mean, we saw the cloud in the distance, but it was pouring. So we just came down to the metro. We took the metro for the first time yesterday. Very simple, very easy. It's great. And we're going to take the metro right back to our hotel because it gets out almost right in front, which is perfect. Okay, well, we're wet and we're back. Listen, there's a spa and a pool and a gym in this hotel. The gym is not great. It's really not that great. But we were just thinking, ooh, wow, we are so cold and rained on. Let's go sit in the sauna. We'll have a little sauna and a gym sesh before we have dinner. Yay. Oh my goodness, I'm so red, but we just went down to the sauna and I couldn't believe how busy it was. Oh my gosh, there were so many people in the tiny little pool and in the sauna. I'm like, hello. I know that we're being super lame on a Saturday night, but what are all of you people doing here? Anyway, we did the full boil in the sauna. Let me tell you, it is my dream. It is our dream to include a sauna in the, you know, the home gym setup. Anywho, it felt magical, especially because I'm just feeling a little bit sick. I know I've talked to you guys about this before, but I get really, me and jet lag, we're just not friends. We're not friends. And the first night that we got here, I didn't sleep, like not a wink. And I was pretty much borderline hysterical the next day, and we had 2 full days with La Roche-Posay, which I didn't vlog because I was actually like doing a reel with them and I just needed to be on it, and I also didn't sleep, so I was just positively delirious and trying my best to push through. But the first day I think we had like a 14 or 15 hour day, and then the next day was not as intense but still had to be on and present and doing the thing. And then I feel like that was it for my body. My body said, nay, you need to rest, you need to rest. I'm just not feeling tippity top today, and I feel like that sauna was nice. It was good. For dinner, you guys, I'm sorry, but I've told you this before. When we travel, we try, like, obviously we're going to the fun restaurants and eating at every cafe that we stop at, but if we want to have a healthy meal, like, I always try and find some kind of healthy bowl of sorts on Uber Eats. And I just have to say that there are so many amazing options. There are so many literally healthy bowl options in Paris. I was so shocked. I always just type in like broccoli or lentils or green and see what pops up. But we found a couple different places. Mame Kitchen, Chief Healthy Kitchen, and Bloomy Bowls. Those are the 3 different bowls that we had, and they were all amazing. Truly all amazing. I also included a little ginger shot because I just, our flight's in the morning and I just need to be well. Also, sorry, speaking of our stroll and things, I had a wildly unsuccessful shopping day. We went into so many more stores than we showed, and then we also hit up many stores yesterday. I was trying really hard. Well, I don't want to say that because I wasn't trying hard, but you know, we were looking. I was open to it. I was ready to shop if the right things found me, and nothing found me. And I have to say that the vintage stores, unless you're looking for an item specifically, it's really, you know, tedious. You need a lot of time to sort through it, but I found that the few stores that we went into, it was very particular vintage clothing. Like, it was vintage clothing, kind of like old doily, just like very old pieces, and then so many of them are not in great shape, and then it's so expensive. Like, I literally found this like ratty falling apart blouse and it was 630 euros, and I'm like, why? It had a Vivienne Westwood tag, but I'm like, this is literally not, it's in a state of disrepair. I don't know, I just found it really expensive. So obviously if you're going like thrifting, that's a totally different story. We were definitely going into more of those like curated vintage boutiques, but yeah, I didn't find anything that I loved. I didn't find any treasures that I wanted to bring home with me. There was lots of eye candy. I was happy to look, but we ended up only getting some things from Arquette because I love to go into Arquette. This one in particular was really cute. It had an Arquette cafe in there, but they didn't have very much, I have to say. Usually I'm a lot more tickled by Arquette. Maybe they just have more options online, but they had an entire sock wall. So I got some more fun socks, fun sparkly socks, and this cutie little pattern sock. And then I actually got a backup of one of my favorite white t-shirts ever. This is like their cropped white t-shirt. It's really nice, thick cotton material. Love this. And I thought, well, I'm here, so let me get a backup of that because I live in this white t-shirt. And then I saw this beautiful pink button-up shirt with these really nice stripes. They're gray and white stripes, and it's very cool toned and very nice. I thought that would be a fabulous color going into the spring and summer. 'Tis my little haul. So here's the little bowl. So nice. We've got broccoli, sweet potato, carrots, lentils and rice, chicken. Like, come on. And then there's a little side green tzatziki sauce.
This is hot stuff.
Hot.
It's like soup.
Was it ginger soup? That's... Is it what? It's hot lemon water? Hot ginger water. Probably so great for the insides right now. Want some cucumber? Bon appetit. Good morning. That guys, I couldn't speak to you earlier because I didn't sleep at all. But we had set the alarm. We told ourselves that we were going to get up and do a workout. And I said for this entire trip, all I wanted to do was go for a run. And we just had really busy days and we got a lot of steps. We were tired. It didn't happen. And I'm like, please, Dan, can we please go for a run amongst the castles before we get on our flight? And we went for a run this morning and it was so magical. If you want to sightsee and see a new city, go early in the morning and go for a run or a bike or a long walk. It's completely empty. We were literally running through the Louvre and all of the surrounding areas across the bridges, and it's just empty. There's not a soul in sight. Actually, that's a lie. There was someone doing a wedding photo shoot and I'm like, it is 7 a.m., ma'am. What time did you wake up to get that full glam of full hair? That's crazy. Anyway, it was magical, and that's the longest I have personally ever run in my life. It was 4.4 kilometers. As somebody who hates running, doesn't run, never runs, it's kind of just the best way to A, sightsee, B, do something quickly. Like, we needed to get our steps. We wanted to get something in before our flight, and going for a run is like the best way to just get a full body death before you need to exit the building. So we made it happen today. I've got a sweet little Lulu fit on, Avi, my little Lulu running shoes, and now I need to shower and finish packing before our flight home. I'm absolutely drenched. Au revoir, c'est qui me trompe. Listen, I don't experience airport stress. Dan and I love to roll up like an hour before our flight, hour and a half tops. Is this the way? Our car was scheduled to pick us up 4 hours before our flight. It's showing half an hour to the airport. I don't think, Dan, we've ever been 3.5 hours early to a flight in our life. We're gonna have the most time to shop the duty free on this fine day. I think that we are in the wrong place. I guess we didn't actually technically talk about the La Roche-Posay part, which I feel like if you guys aren't following me on the gram, that's where I posted all the daily updates and things. But basically, we were here with La Roche-Posay celebrating their 50th birthday, their 50th anniversary. Can you believe? One of my favorite facts that I learned about La Roche-Posay on this trip was that La Roche-Posay is an actual town. No one ever mentioned that to me. Failed to mention in the brief that La Roche-Posay was in fact a town, and it is where the thermal springs are, where they get their thermal water. And that thermal water was first discovered in the year 1369. The springs were there henceforth as a healing land, which is so cool. La Roche-Posay itself obviously didn't come until much later than that, but how cool. We got to actually physically go to the town of La Roche-Posay. We got to go to one of their laboratories, their factories. I said laboratory, factory. One of the factories where some of the products are made. We got to see the whole production line. It was really, really cool. We got to hear from some of the higher ups and the directors from the brand for one of the events in the evening, and honestly it was amazing. And what I love about La Roche-Posay is for people like me with very, very sensitive skin, very dry skin, if you have any skin issues, like really severe skin issues, severe dryness, psoriasis, eczema, like they are doing so much in the research field, and they really care about healing the skin. And I think that's when you guys when you guys put me on to La Roche-Posay a few years ago. It was like love ever since. The Cicaplast balm, the B5 balm, it's changed my life. The Toleriane, Demalergo, I've already gone through 3 bottles. Like, it's amazing. The sunscreen is amazing. It's non-irritating. And we actually got to go to the thermal center where they do skin treatments. So we got to do a tour of the center where you can book in and do like a multi-week protocol to heal your skin when you have these severe conditions. And then obviously like that's the more intensive treatment section that they have, but they also just have a spa and a store where you can go and visit. You can book in treatments. But what's amazing is that they're actually doing a lot of research and studies on the links between severe skin conditions and also mental health, and they have an entire like building and sector and treatment center dedicated to that as well. So they're basically doing long-term studies starting for when people are kids, and if they have extreme skin conditions at a young age, they're doing studies on how that affects you growing up and the true link to deteriorating mental health when you have these severe skin conditions. So that was really, like, honestly, it was so fascinating. We learned so much. And then seeing all of their different treatment centers, the amount of work and studies and effort that they're putting into this, and then celebrating their 50th anniversary. So that was so awesome. And what was also really interesting about this trip in particular, and previous La Roche-Posay events and trips that I've been on, is that the majority of the people who were on this trip were actually dermatologists. So there were so many doctors, so many dermatologists, and they actually got to go on like another layer of the trip where they were learning about the top secret studies and the, you know, specific science things that us mere mortals wouldn't necessarily understand. They got to do that additional layer, which is really cool. But yeah, there was obviously a sprinkling of influencers, the content creators who were here trying to capture the moment and create some content surrounding it. But for the most part, it was derm heavy, which is awesome. And I always feel so lucky that I get to be in the same rooms as these people who are so much smarter and have so much knowledge. And also a lot of these dermatologists are incredible because they're so active about sharing the knowledge that they have and posting, and I think that's always fun. Dr. Bolesny was actually supposed to be on this trip, but she had a conflicting schedule, which was so sad, but got to be reunited with Dr. Danny, which was really fun, and obviously the La Roche-Posay team. Also, I don't know if this applies to many of you, but the new La Roche-Posay ambassador was Ninja, like the top streaming guy, and he was there presenting and speaking at the event as well. And I had sent a video to Dan because I'm aware of who he is, but I don't like watch streamers or anything. And then on top of that, we had some free time to just wander and enjoy Paris. So always a magical time coming to Paris. And we're fortunate that we got a lot of sunshine and nice weather. It could have been a lot more rainy, and it could have been a lot more cold. Like, it was beautiful. It was like 20 degrees, which is crazy. Practically summer, if you will. Sorry, I feel like I needed to not do this chat when I'm like so tired and brain dead. But a hot, quick trip. We'll never say no to a trip to Paris. We'll never say no to a trip to Europe. La Roche-Posay, I love you. Thank you so much for this moment. The second I boarded that flight, I became so unwell. Oh, baby, that was one of the longest travel days, like worst, sad, little nose-blowing travel days ever. I came home. Like, it all hit me at once. So it's really funny going back and looking at this footage and being like, I was so spry and like loving my little run. And then my body just like had a shutdown following that. So, hi, we're home. Hope you enjoyed this Paris vlog. We had an absolute blast. And we've had a wild week since we've been home. So lots more to come. Hope you love this vlog. Thank you so much for being here and for watching if you made it this far. I love you all so much, and see you soon for a new video. Bye!